Hey guys, Neff here, and today we are going to take a look at Mul-T-Lock. My first experience with Mul-T-Lock. I do have a Mul-T-Lock Interactive over here, but that is not something I'm going to be messing with today because not quite there yet. Mul-T-Lock's known for its pin-in-pin design, so it'll have a large outer pin and then a smaller center pin. So you'll see two pins there. We have outer bitting and then an inner bitting, outer, inner, so that makes this a 10-pin lock. This is, like I said, my first experience with it. It's a pretty cool one. I got this from a gentleman named Logan through the Lockpickers United Discord. Really great guy. Thanks a lot, Logan, for sending this on to me and giving me an opportunity to learn about this lock style. It is a ton of fun. This one's particularly, you can actually see the pins pop up in there as you're picking, so I'm going to be covering that with a piece of paper in the vise today. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy put up in the vise and see how we can do. Alrighty guys, we got her in the vise. As you can see, there is that piece of paper over the top there, so I cannot look at the pins. I tried to get a good angle so you could at least see that first pin when it goes up, because I'll talk a little bit about how to set these. We'll just use a wiper insert tensioner. This one was purchased, I did not make it. We also have a wiper insert flag that I made. This one's actually quite large, seemed to work the best for me. And let's see what we got here. I give it some pretty hard tension, and the way I'm doing it here, that's not helping for focus, is it? Let's go like that. The way I'm doing it here is we go straight in like that, and we slide. You can see it lifted a little bit, and I can feel for tension that way. Some people might like a smaller one, but this seemed to work out pretty good. So I'm on pin 4, got tension, or binding I mean. Nice click on 4, 5, good click there. Oh, 4 dropped, there we go, 4 is back up, 3's tight. Soft click there. 2, got a good click. Now you can see on 1, I go up, up, and that helps me get the flag underneath it, and now I'm right underneath it. Oop, now I'm right underneath it, and you probably didn't hear the click because it was real quiet. Now, I've done 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make sure nothing dropped. Because once you set all the outer pins, you'll get a pretty decent amount of core rotation. Ah, there we go. So I got a nice little click there. A little bit of core rotation with a click. Now I'm pulsing tension because this lock is a little weird. When you get just to your inner pins, you get to a really deep false set. So this one doesn't like to go to its false set. Something likes to catch in it. And so just pulse some tension. There we go. Got my deep false set. I've never gutted this, so we might figure out why that is, or it could just be the lock's design. Now, when you get this really deep false set like this, now you're just working on inner pins, and the big issue here is placement. With this being such a large flag, it takes a second to really feel. And because of how large this is, and maybe I got lucky with the bitting, some of my inners get set with my outers, and I tend to not have to set a ton of inners on this lock, which could mean that in the future, when I work on other MTL, I might be setting myself up for some problems, but as of right now, it works out pretty good. Oop. Just trying to get a good position here with the flag so I can check inners. I think I just set the inner on 3. Checking out 5 here. 5 is a very high lift. 4 feels okay. I think 2. I think 2 is one we need to work on here. Again, placement is key. working my way back because I wasn't getting anywhere on those. Could have been my placement. I've practiced this lock, you know, a little bit, and sometimes I get pretty decent opens on it pretty quick. At first I didn't get anything. This was a pretty interesting new style of lock to learn, to be honest with you. There's a good click on 5. I think that's going to set the chain reaction off. Yeah, and now I've got some binding. So 5 was the one I was having placement issues on. Let's go to 4. I'm just checking them at this point because I'm not really getting any clicks. Let's check 1. There we go. This 4 just needed another little tap, I believe. Alright, we are open. Let's zoom out. Let's get this bad boy gutted up. Alrighty. As I said, I have never gutted this. Has a little C-clip on it. We're going to go ahead and use Lock Noob's gutting tool. Great little tool. Let's close her up. Alrighty, here we go. So, I'm worried that I may have lost a pin while I was gutting this, because I see that the inner for, oh, this is weird. Why is there 6? So, I just messed up when I dumped something out here, that's all. I see. Okay, this is kind of cool. I think it's this. Look at that, that's pretty badass. Alright. So here we go. I'm not familiar with all of these pins, so we'll just have to take a look at this and learn about them together. Because all I've seen is videos in relation to Mul-T-Lock stuff. So here's our driver for the inner and outer, and I notice it has its own internal spring system because that can be depressed and moved around. So there's that, and then you also have a larger spring to control for the outer pin. And then you can see we have some interesting designs here. Here's our outer. Oh, jeez. It has some tapering in it and a lip on it. They all do in some way or another. And then our internals don't have much of anything except for a lip. I think maybe by watching other videos, these are called spooled key pins, something like that. But we have that. The most interesting thing we have going on here is, so we have spooled key pin, something that looks standard, and this. The outer key pin has 2 pieces that fit together. Did you see that? I'm not familiar with what that is, what sort of pin that is, or anything. I'm going to try and put it back together here in front of you so you can see, but it's got that, and it goes right together like that, and then the inner pin goes into it. I don't know if that's just because this is a really long pin, or if that's supposed to do something, because our driver is still here, and this for sure was in the key pin chamber, so that's interesting. Here's another standard for 5. So all in all, a really cool lock. I'm really excited to get some more Mul-T-Lock stuff, and hope to be able to do that Mul-T-Lock Interactive Plus for you guys soon enough here. Any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, I'm happy to hear it. You guys have a great day.